What's going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller with the Sideline Scoop. So yesterday we had some breaking news reported from Ian Rappaport, and he said the Falcons are doing a virtual interview with Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett today, per me and P. Scraggs. A big part of Green Bay's offensive machine. This is Hackett's first head coach interview this cycle. So I'm going to break down this entire situation in this video, sort of give some clips from Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur, both talking about Nathaniel Hackett. But if you guys are new here, I put out Packers content almost every single day, news, analysis, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a single video. So when we take a look at this situation, with the Packers offense doing as well as they have done the past couple seasons under Matt LaFleur, you sort of had to assume that potentially there could be some assistants, some coordinators who could potentially be picked up by other teams. There are lots of teams in the NFL who struggled last season, who fired their coaches, and are going to be looking for new head coaches, and lots of times, people end up, bringing on assistants or things like that. And so it seems that Nathaniel Hackett is going to be a offensive coordinator that's going to be, people are going to be very interested in him in the offseason, because if the Falcons are already interested in him and doing an interview with him, you'd have to assume there are other teams who also have their eye on Nathaniel Hackett. And so with the Falcons firing Dan Quinn back in October, and with them having a pretty bad season, they're obviously in the hunt for a new head coach, and potentially it could be Nathaniel Hackett. So when we sort of take a look at Nathaniel Hackett and his time in Green Bay, he came in 2019 with Matt LaFleur, and he spent the past 2 seasons as the offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. And lots of times offensive coordinators are the ones who end up calling the plays, but of course Matt LaFleur is the guy who is calling the plays in Green Bay. So some people might wonder, well, why do they want to bring on a guy who, isn't calling the plays? Is it really worth it? But when you take a look at Nathaniel Hackett, one of the things that he's really done for this Packers offense is he's really been in charge, or not maybe in charge, but sort of one of the biggest factors when it comes to the Packers red zone offense. And this Packers red zone offense has been historically great this season. They were first in the NFL this year with an 80% touchdown rate in the red zone, and that is also the highest percentage in the NFL in the last 40 years. So obviously they're doing something right. Of course, it helps to have a guy like Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur as well, but Nathaniel Hackett has been crucial for this Packers red zone offense. And not only that, lots of players and coaches have sort of talked about his leadership, his ability to lead the team, and sort of just be a key guy for this Packers offense. So it makes sense that other teams would be interested in bringing him in. And so now I'm going to show a couple clips from Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers sort of breaking down their thoughts on Nathaniel Hackett.
How excited are you to see a guy on your staff get the opportunity to interview for a head job in this league?
Yeah, no, that's really exciting. I think he's earned it. He deserves a shot at it. I think he'd do a hell of a job. I think he's just everything that he's added, the value that he's brought here is, it's hard to quantify that. And he does a great job with our entire offense, a great job of leading our offensive staff. And so I'm excited for him to get his opportunity. And like I said, I got a lot of confidence that there's no doubt that he is fully capable of doing a great job. And somebody would be lucky to have a guy like him.
I think a lot of it is schematic. I think we've been so good schematically in the gold zone. A lot of that's credit to, Hack and his creativity. But the buck stops at Matty LaFleur's desk. One of the prereqs to being a good head coach is presence in front of a room. You have to have the kind of innate charisma and ability to captivate your audience. And part of that captivation is in the way you talk, your cadence, your inflection, your storytelling ability. And I think those are underrated qualities that a coach can have. And Nate has all those things. He's able to captivate the audience, which is usually the offense, anytime he gets up in his meetings. He has great energy. I don't know how he does it sometimes, but to have, a beautiful wife and 4 kids and all the demands that being a father has on you, and then to be able to bring it every single day at the facility is very admirable. So he's been around football a long time. His dad, obviously, one of the legendary coaches of this profession. So he has the pedigree, but his presence, he brings such a great positive energy to a room, and I think any team would be lucky to have him leading their squad.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with this entire situation, to see if he ends up going to the Falcons or potentially other teams. You know, who knows what will happen with the Packers offensive coordinator in the next couple seasons. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you like it down below and subscribe so you never miss, you know, new Packers news, all that kind of stuff. But that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Living you learn, you pick and you choose. Then on my humble, I'm keeping it cool.